Hi, in this video we're going to take a look at how we post reference materials in a classroom. And by reference materials we simply mean items that we want our pupils to be able to look at, but not necessarily items that we want them to be able to edit or to hand in to us. So if you're in your classroom homepage, when you've just opened it, it will open on the stream. Now, while in the stream we have the announcements which we can use to post comments, announcements, and so on. And that also allows us to attach files. It's generally better not to use this method to post reference materials that you want your pupils to be able to find easily, because over time, items in the stream can end up going further and further down the screen and becoming more difficult to find. Whereas in the classwork section here, which is really the area where we arrange resources and organize them into topics, we can create our materials and organize them by topics, and it can be easier for pupils to find. So in any case, if we're going to create our reference material, we go to classwork, then use the big create button here. And in that, the option that we're looking for is material. The difference principally is that an assignment expects the pupil to turn a piece of work in for you, whereas a material does not. Now, if we select it, we can enter the item's title. So let's just call this example material, and any description that you want to add. In addition to below this, adding the actual materials that you want to add. So the first option is to add from Google Drive. The default looks for recent files. So those are any files that you have in your Google Drive and have opened recently. That can be quite a time saver. You'll also see that we can navigate directly to Drive, where we can look in specific folders. And if you use the starred folder in your classroom, you can select from there. There's an upload button here, which allows us to upload items from the device we're using currently, so from the storage on the device itself, like your hard drive. But you'll actually find that if we go to here, we can see there's a separate upload button that does exactly the same thing. So either of these will take us essentially to this list of options. And we can then select, for example, this is a file that I have in Drive, so we can insert that file. And we can go to upload a file from the device. So let's have a browse on our device itself. Grab a file. So I'll just go in here and find something. So I'll select this item here, drag it and drop it in. So you'll see that you can add files either from your drive or from your device. You'll also be able to add links. So if there's a particular website that you want to copy the web address from, you can copy that, paste it into the links here, add that, and you'll see that this will add a link for your pupils. And we can even add YouTube videos. Now, in some schools, that might not be super useful because YouTube might be blocked. But if it isn't, you might find that that's really useful. There we go. And if you want to, you can also add a new file. So down here, we can select a new doc, new slides, sheets, drawings, forms. And in this case, we are just choosing to create a whole new file. So for example, a slideshow, and when we do this, it will open that file up in a new tab where we can edit it. When we go back to our classroom here, provided that's saved, we should find that we have this presentation, and the name of that file will update after we've refreshed the page. So we have a whole load of different ways that we can attach different types of materials, and that could be any type of file. So it doesn't just have to be text or documents. It could be audio files, video, you name it really. Any type of file can be attached there. So now that we've attached all of our files, we simply need to go over here. If we have a topic that we want to organize it into, we can add that or choose that from here, or we can create a new topic. And by default, it will share the material with all students. But if you just wanted it to go to some in particular, you could use this drop down, select that, and we'll do a separate video on that. And up at the top here, we can either post it, schedule it for a specific time, save the draft, or discard it. So if we just click post here, that will post it immediately, and our students will now be able to see it. So that's our first material posted. If we look at it from a student's perspective, you'll see that it says the stream is updated, and if they go to classwork, example material is shown, and if they click on it, they can see all of these files that we've added for them.